And welcome to BTA or Better Than Average. My name is Christian, and we're back over here at BTA. Excuse me, my family just got home. Excuse me, and is setting clear goals and expectations of what you want to accomplish. My statement, my goal is to live a life of impact and freedom. And I'll talk about that more later on, but that's what I'm working towards. So that's my expectation, that's my goal. But now I have people around me to help me keep accountable for that goal. And that's what Rocky's helping us out with. That's what my wife is helping me out with. But as more and more people know about, maybe you can ask me, hey, next time you see me, or ask me a question, hey, how's your goal coming, Christian? Are you be able to keep towards that goal? So I appreciate when people ask me those questions. There's regular check-ins. We meet with, and this the regular check-ins we talk about. Either you meet with somebody maybe once a week, or maybe you talk about something once a week, or every day. Whatever is best for you to do that is you find those regular check-ins to help you succeed in what you want to do to become better than average. And that's being accountable for what you're doing is going to help you become better than average. And an example of this, is like I was sharing with you before, is our weekly meeting with Rocky. This helps us out, and also our weekly participation in the questions he asks and stuff in the group chat. I know I could do a better job with that group chat, so I'm gonna do a better job this week in being more interactive with the group. Another thing is providing feedback to that person, and this is what Rocky does for us also when we talk about what we're going through, the challenges we've had this past week. He gives us feedback. It's pretty much straight to the point, and we appreciate that. But we're also asking other people about things. I know one of the things that's been a challenge for us is working with our daughter and her temper tantrums. So I wrote in another group chat from church, hey, how can we handle the temper tantrums from our daughter? It's been happening quite often. Can you please give us some help? And there's about 17 people in the group, and a number of people gave us input about what we can do to help them. So, but it's getting the feedback, but also being accountable. And I hope people come and ask me, hey, how's it going with your daughter and their temper tantrums? To hopefully give us more feedback on how to handle them. Next thing is self-reflection. One of the things I haven't talked about is doing affirmations. I have about 6 affirmations that I go through every day that I talk to myself about. So reflecting about myself, and I ask my wife her reflections, her affirmations. Is she saying those every day? So we're keeping each other accountable in that. Giving support. One of the things I do appreciate again is about with the coaching is there's lots of support. And I can text our coach right now, hey, what do you think about this? And he will give that support. He's just that much of a support for us, or put in the group and just get support, get help. Creating a accountability partnership. I can't say again, it has to do with the life coaching. It's with the coaching, with the help, with, but I think especially with your marriage, we're really helping each other to be accountable for what we're doing. And one of the things that my wife had mentioned to me is like, you're getting mad and frustrated last night because you wanted to go. I'm like, oh. One of my affirmations is I'm a patient father and husband. And that goes against my affirmation. It's like, oh, okay, I got it. Okay, got to work on that. So using technology. So one of the things that I'm using myself to keep accountable for what I'm doing is doing this channel. Um, to be honest, I wanted to procrastinate. I didn't want to do anything tonight. I want to get ready for work or whatever I work on my store. But it's like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So doing this using technology is pushing me towards that. It's pushing me towards um, keeping me accountable because I don't want to stop doing this. I don't want to stop doing this. And I really feel like the technology is going to help me out to do that. Um, I don't want to hear from people, hey, you haven't posted for a while, Christian. Well, I've been busy, right? The biggest word that everybody uses all the time. But I don't want to use that. So technology is helping me keep accountable for what I'm doing. But also the last thing is celebrating success. You have to celebrate the victories. And there was lots of great victories this past week. Especially my wife and I went to Mexico to go visit family, just for a family trip. It was our daughter's first time going to Mexico City. And like I shared before, we were separated. So this is kind of our big trip that we went together as a family. There was even some things that I booked the flight about an hour and a half from Mexico City. The airport, it's a brand new airport. I didn't know. And just a bunch of mix-ups that we were really tempted to cancel the whole trip or just have my wife go. But we didn't. And it turned out to be an awesome trip. That was a success for us as a family. And I can't say enough about that. It just was a great accomplishment for all of us to go on this trip. And you know, there was frustrations along the way. That's what it is when you go to a foreign country, because you had the expectation of things working the way they work here in the United States, and they just don't. I lived in Egypt for 2 years. I lived in Mexico. It just doesn't work like that. So there was temptations to be frustrated all the time with the way things are going, the way things are handled. So I really feel like if you implement these strategies of accountability, it will help you to be accountable for where you want to be, where you want to go, to be better than average. Because remember, that's where we want to be. That's where I want to be. And I hope that's where you want to be. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to talk to you soon. Last time I shared about the start of my journey, and we talked about what had happened before that allowed me to go on this journey to be better than average. I talked about how we went to a couples mastermind. And then I also shared about that we got a life coach. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the life coach and what's been going on with that. And really, I would really appreciate the like and subscribe. Because I know a lot of you guys are going through the same journey as me, is to be better than average. And I hope we can do this together. We've had 2 sessions with Rocky Garza. During these sessions, we meet as a group. There's about, I say between 6 and 8 people in the group, depending on the day. And we just talk about some of the challenges we've gone throughout the week. And we talk about some of the successes that we've happened. He gives us a lot of feedback, what needs to change. And one of the things I had shared with the group initially was in our little group chat that I was going to start up a YouTube channel. And it kind of helped me be accountable for making sure I do my first video. Because if you ever guys started a channel or ever talked in front of the video, made a video, it's kind of scary. And it's kind of, you feel all those insecurities and all these things just go in your head. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. I'll do it sometime later. But that was my first step to making sure that I kept that promise to myself to start up that YouTube channel. And one of the things that Rocky had talked about was telling the group in the group chat the day before, a couple days before, that I was going to start this channel, really helped me to be accountable for what I was going to be doing. And I feel like Rocky said that, and he made a great point about it. And I think it brings up a word accountability. Um, I think a lot of us are missing accountability in our lives to really take that next step to be better than average. And I know that there's lots of people out there that want to help, that want to help people to grow and to do better and to do more. And one of the things that's helped me is that I found out